Solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong.
Now at the head table, you have your present officer corps, and starting from my right, we have our third vice president, Charlette, Alleyne.
Good morning.
We have our second vice president, Mr. Lett.
Good morning.
We have our general secretary, Mrs. Donna Grosvenor. Our first, as a matter of fact, you all should really.
Good morning all. Donna, your first vice president.
Morning everyone, Kirtis, Assistant General Secretary.
Good morning, comrades. Carseen, Greenidge, Public Relations Officer.
Meeting today. This is the meeting productive. We were able to look at the union's work over the last year. The last year was a very, very busy one, with a number of members' issues at various schools, a number of environmental issues at various schools. We had also related specific incidents of especially violence against teachers, student-on-teacher violence, and we looked at issues of anomalies in relation to appointments. We looked at cases of unfair dismissal, because this union has members that are not public officers. We have our membership open to persons who work outside of the classroom. And so we have support staff as members, and those persons operate under the Employment Rights Act, and we were able to look at, or rather pursue cases of unfair dismissal during the course of this year. And we have reported on our progress thus far on 2 such cases. We looked at resolutions. We have passed 5 resolutions. Those resolutions range from asking that the body asks the union to make public its grave concerns over the manifest and continued failure of the judicial system to complete the process of clarification of our rights, of the rights of our members who were transferred to and from the Alexandra School. That case is still ongoing since 2014. We passed a resolution in relation to the misuse of the social media by some persons to the detriment of other citizens in the society. And in that resolution, we are asking government to take the initiatives that may be necessary to block and terminate social media accounts of those persons guilty of providing material injurious to society, especially to the youth. We also passed a resolution that gained much support and generated much discussion, as this related to the increase in non-medical use of drugs in the Barbadian society. And in that resolution, the membership was asking that the BSTU, as a body, the executive, to associate with and join other groups and organizations and agencies, or take independent action that will contribute to systematic study and research on the use or abuse of non-medical use of drugs and effects on our society. The discussion revolved around the fact that we didn't think that the research done outside of the Caribbean necessarily related in the same way or was relevant in the same way to our Caribbean society, and we want, the body is asking that the union associate itself with entities engaging in and where it is possible to initiate or influence the type of research that needs to be done locally and regionally. As a union, we have made representation on various occasions to the ministry in relation to getting those children removed from the schools at which these incidents occur, because the union has a zero tolerance policy towards student and teacher violence, and we always say that once a student offers violence to a teacher, the relationship between that student and that teacher is permanently fractured. It does no good for that child to remain in the same school as the teacher. It does no good for the teacher, the student, or the school. So our thing is always that that child be removed from that school. So that is one of the things that we always do. We have tried to sensitize and educate our membership on action that they can take to protect themselves. At our AGM last year, as a matter of fact, we had a company from Canada called Pre-Emergency Inc. And they actually gave us tips on how to do that, even how to protect yourself in terms of school shootings. And coincidentally, a clip that they showed last year at our AGM is now making the rounds on social media a year after the fact that we did it here. And we have at times done at the union short courses in self-defense for teachers. So those are the steps mainly that we've taken. The ministry certainly needs to provide avenues to training to help teachers better be able to deal with those circumstances. But as a union, those are the three main steps we've taken to help teachers deal with those circumstances, to protect themselves and to protect other children for whom they have duty of care legally.
How concerned are you about security at schools? Sometimes you go to the schools and the security officers is frail as me. If anything happens, how can they help? How concerned?
But the thing is, the whole thing about security in schools is one that needs attention. And as a union, we have raised this at the level of the ministry because security guards will tell you that they're there to protect the plant, the school property. It is not their job to park fights or protect students or other students or teachers from, yes. And to that extent, we have said to the ministry on more than one occasion that if the guards presently involved have a mandate to protect property, then other types of guards must be hired to deal with the incidents, the increasing incidents of violence, student on student violence and student on teacher violence. Because right now these security guards tell you that that is not their role. And therefore, besides the teacher attempting to park fights, which increasingly we are advising them against, we tell them that if there is a way that they can shout at and try to stop the fight by using a loud voice, or if they believe it is a situation that they can handle, yes, but outside of that, they shouldn't. We have a teacher right now who has suffered injury to his neck because he went trying to stop a fight. A student swung a shovel held sideways like a knife, or I should say like a sharp-edged implement. And it is just because of his level of youth and fitness that he was able to duck and literally save his neck.
And that happened to him because he went to stop a fight and stop a student from hurling rocks into crowds, groups of students, big rocks into groups of students. So it is becoming on a daily basis more and more dangerous for our membership. That is the reality. And we have to advise them that first and foremost, they have to protect themselves.
Any updates on the SBA issue?
Oh yes, we had discussion on that today. Of course you know that the movement is spreading. Grenada is now involved, St. Lucia, I understand, I got a message is involved as well. And we spoke today about it here. Some teachers continue to be adamant that they are not correcting. Some of them, because remember as well, not every teacher is a member of the BSTU. And the BUT has not come on board with us in this fight. And so that when BSTU members in schools don't correct, then BUT members will. And so it helps to perhaps weaken, realistically, our fight in that. The Officer Corps has been retained, reinstated.
Yeah, there are a whole set of schools with environmental issues, you know. Frederick Smith, Leicester Vaughan, Courage of Parry, Comrade, but I must say the board of Comrade dealt very quickly with the resurgence of the issue with the sewer gases. St. Leonard's, Westbury, a whole CP, yeah, we said CP. That's the one, right? So you had Bradley Adams. You have issues ranging from roaches to rats to bat droppings to mold to sewage, raw sewage, sewer gases or monkeys, cats in the ceilings, birds. St. Leonard's, birds and bats at St. Leonard's, and you know, a variety of, yes, mold, cockroaches, birds, bats, monkeys, cats, leaking roofs, rodents, the recurrence of sewer gases, cow itch, damaged furniture, occasional injury. We have one member who sat on a chair and fell and hurt her back. So substandard and dangerous furniture in that regard. So storage of dangerous, yes, chemicals, where the chemicals have expired and there's a problem then to get rid of them, and they're stored in areas that are not built for the storage of chemicals. There's not proper ventilation and so on, and gases build up. A myriad of environmental issues.